Another issue we have, particularly in southeast Queensland, is a large amount of migrants and refugees have been arriving here since the year 2000. During that year, the year 2000, we got a lot of boat people that came from, in particular from Afghanistan, where they were escaping from the Taliban. They've all come by boat. As soon as they arrived in Australia, they got put in refugee camps, which were virtually prison-like. And then they were shipped to the various cities. We got a lot of them in Brisbane. All of those people who were suffering from major trauma.
Yeah, but I was in a close contact with some refugees and some families here. Yes, and they told me their stories, and it was disaster for them, especially those people who came in boats or illegally to Australia. They suffered a lot, and they end up with mental illnesses. I know a family, their father had schizophrenia after what had happened to them.
They're suffering from, first of all, from social isolation. They've lost all their families. There's usually only one or two of them at a time, maybe a husband and wife and a couple of little kids. They've had the terror of running, seeing a lot of their families killed back in their home country. Then they've had the terror of coming across the sea in a boat, which they'd never seen the sea in their life, and they're on this little boat, 20-metre boat, for 10 days. Then they're arrested by our people, stuck in a detention centre for anything up to 18 months, and then they're let loose on society in Australia. And this is where our society, the St Vincent de Paul Society, really became heavily involved with these people. But all of them, 100% of them were suffering from, in particular, torture and trauma, mental illness, and some of them are still carrying that.
Also, to be a refugee, I think it's decrease your self-esteem, because you converted from a productive member to a dependent member. You are waiting for a charity and help because you are not allowed to work, and you have no opportunity to get your own money. So you have no way just to wait for charity, which also affect your self-esteem and respect to yourself.
And we're also now getting a lot of people from Africa. And some of these people have been in refugee camps for anything up to 16 years. And we've got kids here that were born in the refugee camps. And so all of these people have some form of mental trouble. Not necessarily major, but it's there.
Mainly depression. Depression and schizophrenia. I met a case of schizophrenia. And violence. Both the parents, mainly the parents, the father be very aggressive with the mother and the children. And the mother will be very aggressive with her children sometimes. And they are suspicious, and sometimes they prefer to be alone because they can't trust the people from the same community, and they are not able to communicate with other communities because language barrier, or they feel low self-esteem.
As far as helping these people is concerned, our particular conference in Brisbane have been helping, first of all, the TPVs, or the people who came in boats. We've helped them with money, we've helped them with furniture and food, and in fact we're still looking after some of them. In the main, none of them can speak English, obviously, so they had to learn English, and they've gone to the TAFE colleges for that. But now we've got a large percentage of them are starting to fit into society very well, but we still have some of those people with those underlying torture and trauma problems which perhaps will never go away. So we'll just continue to help them as long as they need it.
They need a support. They need to be visited, to be encouraged to enroll in the community, to be accepted. That's the main issue.